I say it all the time, but this is genuinely the lamest cow in this herd, and it's why we're here today trimming. The reason you should know that it's the lamest cow is because it's the one I choose to film, the most interesting case, and the one that we could do most about. You're watching the Hoof GP and an incredibly lame back left foot. As I grind away here, I'm expecting something dramatic to happen. This cow is incredibly lame, and I'm hoping the issue is pretty obvious. You can see little flickers of bubbles coming out from the typical sole ulcer site, and that is the root of our problem. And now we've got the knife in our hands, it becomes much more obvious. Ooh. That is a proper hole, that, isn't it? Perfectly symmetrical, just about. So this is a sole ulcer that's become infected. It's completely overrun with hoof horn. No wonder she was so sore. Although they're dramatic, these are actually the type of cows, lame cows, sorry. If you do have a lame cow, this is actually the type of cow you want it to be. Right, actually, we're going to get a block put on there before we finish this.
Believe it or not, when we arrived at this farm, the farmer had completely forgotten that we were coming, so he told us to go away again, but by the end of the road, he'd remembered about this cow, so called us to come straight back.
We're putting this block on, and that block is going to do her the world of good. Believe it or not, even if we didn't finish this trim, we would have done a huge favour. That block will take away the vast majority of the pain and allow this to start healing. But we can't leave it like that, because this detached hoof horn is only going to cause future issues. I'm going to struggle to get in there, so I'll just put this nozzle up in between the feet, so that now I can trim away this detached hoof horn and not be annoyed by that block being in my way. The obvious statement would be, well, why did you put the block on just now? But I want that block to be drying for as long as possible, so that there's very little chance of it coming off. I'll just swap knives here so that I can start swiping down the way instead. These are handed knives, a left and right-handed knife. And to be 100% honest, I'm not sure which is left and which is right, because I use them both in the same way, just in different directions. Just get the edge of my knife in there and just gently peel and flick away, and there's still a little bit in there. I'm gonna have to wash this out a little bit, aren't I? This really soft hoof horn is actually really difficult to cut accurately, so you see me using this sawing action. I'm sorry for all the noise, we're in a very busy farm today. Again, using that sawing action, but going up the way this time. You can see it's still detached, look. You can see a bit of a void through this translucent hoof horn. Swap knives again and endeavour to get every shred of this detached hoof horn removed. Look at this. Beautiful. Right, let's get it cleaned up and see how she's looking. I broke my doodah. Look at that for a clean trim. Oh, I am chuffed to bits with that. That is really good. What do you think of that, honestly?
Looks good, eh?
It does look really good, doesn't it?
You heard it here first, folks.
Isn't Graham's beard a bit weird? It looks like he's been eating a grizzly bear and left its arse hanging out. Look.
That's nice, though.
Oh, look. Okay, so we're not going to wrap this. There's no dermatitis present. It's a really clean and tidy trim. And that block will keep it up out of the muck, while this iodine dehydrates those outer layers of the corium, which is on display right now. That ulcer is the corium, the part that should be growing the hoof horn. And because it's become bruised and is constantly being insulted as she was walking on concrete, it's burst out the bottom. And that is how you get sole ulcer. Lovely. That really does look good, even with the iodine on, look. So there you have it. Genuinely, I said it at the beginning, genuinely the lamest cow on this farm. And what we've done to her today should completely heal her in one foul swoop. You've been watching the Hoof GP. Thank you very much for your time. Catch you later. Bye bye. Hello. We don't do sales, but we're doing a sale. These have about 35% off right now. If you go onto thehoofgp.com, these hoodies, which are the ones with the beautiful green embroidery, they also come with the orange embroidery, so black on orange or black on green. They have about 35% off, but there are only about 500 or 600 of them left. So if you want a bargain, be quick, because it's very, 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 very rare that we ever do a sale. So the time is now if you've been considering it, and it's starting to get colder, so I suggest you get yourself one. They're lovely and warm. They're embroidered around the cuff like this. They have handholds and they are beautifully warm and fluffy.